Right?
Like, say whatever you want, man. It's my channel.
Bill Gates, man.
Please. So here we are in Kalmar. I'll show you the view. There we go. This tower is the Tower of Power I was telling you about. This is where Saruman the White lives. And up there's where Gandalf got caught by baddies.
That's actually where Bobby Brown is. He could take about an hour up the Tower of Power, as long as he gets...
I don't know. So people live in this.
You don't know Frank Zappa?
Yeah, I do know Frank Zappa. The Bobby Brown song, the controversial lewd song.
I was gonna make you say. I was gonna make you say the rhyme. Tower of Power rhymes with
Flower.
golden.
Shower.
That's what he sings.
So how are you, Liam Murphy, man? I did the post-gig stream there last night. So I don't know where the hell we're going, but you can join us on this trip around Kalmar.
Look at this.
Fucking Barry Brennan, how are we getting on? Cam. Lovely bit of masonry work. I wonder hey Liz,
yeah.
In comparison to Saruman the White's tower in Lord of the Rings in Isengard, how much bigger do you reckon that tower would be?
I think it's as big as that soil. You can skydive from that building.
So tell us more about your messages you were getting there from stateside.
We could do the whole fucking live stream could be of me showing screenshots from Facebook chats with Stepsoid.
How do you mind? So we're coming up to the coast.
When he asked me to send him a picture of a woman pooing, I was like, have you ever heard?
Even Ian from Shawnee, how you doing, man? Sure, it's autumn. That lad chills in the air. I don't know what that is over there. MDCCCLII.
This is Roman numerals, you dick.
Yeah, I know what that is. You fucking cunt. I think that's a prison over there, is
We're
it?
gay lovers insulting each other for the crack.
Is that a prison? Look, Thug Mansion. Give me some of that thug passion, babe. No, that's a Thug Mansion, man. It's a mansion where thugs live. Wow, look at that, a prison. They're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison. Oh, you want me to live in another prison system?
Must be a female prison or something.
Well, that's very well. I mean, that's what your prisons in Sweden look like. Cozy lads like that.
We're not sure.
Or as Tupac would call it, Thug Mansion. A mansion where thugs live.
It's probably kind of a light security one.
Are you gay?
Why should someone be gay?
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
One of Liz's favourite videos of all time is the
hilarious Ugandan gay interview.
Why are you gay?
It's like stuff like that. That's why the internet was invented, really.
Yeah. I have to say, thanks to Keith Pendred, an old friend of mine who was...
Oh, Keith.
Yeah.
I met him at the wedding.
Keith.
Hi, Keith.
He told me years ago about this Saturday Night Live sketch, which is it's made by Kyle Mooney, called Wing, and it's got Andrew Garfield in it. Like, we just went to this place called Shady Burgers, of course.
And Shady Gangly.
Man, I have to say, lovely staff, fantastic food, and I left a 5-star review on Google Reviews.
He fell in love with the
girl at the rock show.
Yeah. She was nice though.
Nice. What about that blonde girl yesterday who asked for the song, man?
She wasn't really blonde. She was like chestnut.
Were you attracted to her physically?
I was.
What did you? Were you whispering sweet nothings into her ear?
No, I heard her going on yapping about how she was from Värmland, which is like the most unsexy area of Sweden because the dialect sounds like retarded Norwegian.
Did you want to just cry into her neck and tell her everything was going to be all right?
She didn't seem like that kind of woman.
I think I saw that castle once on the back of a phone card that I bought years ago. So I bought, back in the old days before mobile phones were cheap and you could ring people for free.
Ring people for free?
On WhatsApp and all that kind of thing.
You can still ring people for free.
Well, yeah, well basically if you wanted to use a phone, you had to use the phone cards. And that castle was on one of the phones. On the card, sorry.
It's really old actually, it's medieval.
It's from the medieval times. Take a look at the castle.
It's very,
Castle Grayskull.
It's a site of great historical importance because I think it was 1398.
Here we go, it's fucking Tony Robinson here.
A union between Sweden, Denmark and Norway was found here. And if that union had lasted, we would be like Great Britain now.
And tell me this, was it full of cute gay guys?
Most likely.
All right, cool. So the Kalmar slot, which is Swedish for castle, is over there. Look, there's Saruman's tower in the background.
Yeah.
What part of Sweden is this? Sean asks. It's Kalmar in the southeast. Småland.
Småland, yeah.
Don't pull a James Corden on those waiter staff, says Sean.
James Corden?
What do you think of James Corden blur?
James Corden. I was going to say Corden blur. What is
So there's the prison, and this little pond here.
It looks like a prison.
Yeah, well, it's a prison. It's full of like razor wire and fences.
Yeah, exactly. Must be light security, but let's Google that later.
Yeah. Do you reckon you could Google it now, just so we get some closure on the issue?
All right.
Yeah.
My guess is it's a female prison.
Female prison.
Like that Australian.
Prison cell block H.
Yeah, exactly. The Australian show about like
some ladies here.
Oh. To give me roses.
Yes.
Always on like that was like the last
Good evening.
show.
How you doing?
Yeah, the last the last show for the night on Swedish TV in the 90s. They always like that's the last.
Oh man,
last program they showed before they.
I used to love watching Prison Cell Block H with my dad as a kid. It was always like a bunch of like Australian women from the 70s or the 80s wearing denim overalls, and they're all like, "Hey, JD, hey, Vinny gets tits." She's like that.
Who was top dog again?
B.
Yeah, B.
Yeah.
Beata Berta something.
Yeah, and it was like, "Oi, Vinny gets tits. I'm gonna get the screws after you." Yeah, Wentworth Prison.
Wentworth, yeah. That's
for lady offenders.
Yeah.
They weren't ladies. They were hard slags.
They were all but ugly.
Yeah.
And actually, my politically correct mother used to say, I mean, she's a Swedish PC woman who, you know, well, if you're Swedish, you know what I mean.
It's really funny because Liz has some based takes, to use the buzzwords of people who have unpopular opinions.
Why are you gay?
But his mother is like the complete opposite. She's like boomer level.
Yeah, she's
mainstream media consumer.
Boomer, but I love her.
She's a very nice woman, I will say, for the record.
She is, actually. No, but she was like, she had this PC take on this prison cell block H.
Yeah.
And she was, I like to watch this because it's not American and it's like all the women, they look normal. It's not like American shows, all the women are supermodels and they look so fancy and blah, blah, blah. If this was made in America,
oh look,
it would
Criminal
be like,
Warden. Sean was right on it in the chat.
Yeah.
Right. So Criminal Warden means the care of criminals.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Whoa.
How interesting to look at Swedish.
Look at that house over there. Well, it's nice. Between me and the lizard man, I had the socket that goes into the wall, and he had the cable. So between us, we have one charger.
It's so retarded.
You can't use that word, man. It's highly offensive.
Oh yeah.
Highly offensive.
Artard.
You'd be kicked off Twitter for that.
Not anymore. Elon Musk is in
Alan
charge.
S is in town. Amanda, how are you doing? Like the hairdo. Thanks very much.
Could the viewers recommend me getting a Twitter
You out on the
account
puka, Martin. Fucking doing a bit of puka work. Look at this. It's a nice little touch, isn't it?
Mallards.
The mallards. March of the Mallards.
A naked woman in the middle of the pond.
Yeah, she's on the phone by looks of things.
It looks like
Oh, she's about to take a dive. Let's take a quiet moment to reflect over the pond work. Big Mike, Eddie, can you tell Luke Cook to stop being a duck? Here, Luke Cook, man, stop being a duck.
Who's Luke Cook?
Lukaku. Nice touch, man. Oh yeah. Nice touch.
Rank the touch.
Nice bit of mallard work. Oh, the low battery sign is once again fucking... Look at this postmodernistic block of granite. Hey, Liz, we might be able to find mushies. Maybe we can find mushies
that's
here.
That's hard tax-paying money at work right there.
Yeah.
What do you think that cost?
I'd say that was about 6 million quid. Hey, mate, if we can find a south-facing slope, Liz, we might be able to find some mushrooms for my gig later on, so I can trip off me nut while shouting, back fold the daddy-o.
Well, that's good quickly.
What's this cubic building here?
Hurry up to the castle before your battery dies,
Yeah, okay.
so they can see some historical sights.
Are you going to finger your own ass in the castle?
I wish.
Sorry, I don't know what's up with me. I feel like all the protein from the wings and the double patty burger.
Feel the vibes of history, the finger up the arse. That's what I die for. Yeah.
Look at this. It's it's an art museum, of course.
Art.
So that's why it was
We could get here
postmodernistic.
earlier. We could have like super good, great wanks in front of cubistic.
It's open,
Is it fun? Let's go in and have a wank then.
but we wanted to go to the castle.
Yeah, true. History before artifartiness.
Well, it's nice that we got another little stream for everyone. Is there any nuclear power plants here, Lizard Man?
No, but we passed by one on the way here. Oskarshamn.
Should we take a walk by the water? Look, it's some sort of amphitheatre.
Yeah, it's quite right.
Son, you're playing in the fucking thong, son. Irish tunes, son.
We have to bring Martin's...
Some brutal architecture juxtaposed some owl stuff. What'd you say, buddy boy?
We have to bring your father over to Sweden someday.
Yeah, and he just
Show him
complained. He would complain relentlessly about the price of pints. I just want to look at...
It could be like that Carl Pilkington lad, right?
Keep your eye out for mushies, man. Mushies.
Filming Vinny being like...
What do you think of this? It's the quantum of sorrow. There you go.
Paid for that.
Oh, high five. Oh, like my hand is nearly as big. Come on, baby. You know the girl of my dreams.
Bill Gates has one of them in his garden.
Bill Gates is a fucking prick.
He's up to no good.
You know, I was just telling him earlier on, he said, yeah, me and Magdalena, we used to always joke about Maloney. We used to always joke about, Maloney, what would Bill Gates? Bill Gates is after you. But I started talking about Bill Gates, and I was like, you know, if he was just a straight up prick and he didn't try to deceive people into thinking he was some sort of philanthropic, bleeding heart of the world, then if he was just like, I'm a megalomaniac who wants to take all of the world's resources and have them for my own.
Because the people usually admit that, right?
Well, yeah, but if he was just straight up a fucking absolute baddie wrong'un, I'd be like, well, at least he's, wears his heart on his sleeve. A black heart all the same. There's the castle.
That's nice. Look at that. I think it's the Öland over there, on the other side of the strait.
Öland,
the,
yeah.
The island of Öland, the extremely elongated island.
So the island of Öland would
Sweden's
mean
second biggest island.
Beer Island.
Yes, actually, it means.
Nice bit of motor work around this castle.
Yeah. Some great siege could be made here. It probably has a couple of times.
Do you enjoy siege warfare?
I do.
What's your favourite thing about... Oh, look, there's some mushies over here, look. What kind of mushies are they? I doubt they're the kind that anyone would... So look at these lads, man.
I wouldn't touch that.
Yeah. But they're still...
Aren't those the one you get black hands from? I think they're
Probably.
dirty,
Oh, yeah.
like
Definitely, mate. That's a nice moment. I'll have to show the vista to the viewers. So we have 11 people joining us live in the chat. So there we go. That's quite a nice touch. I like the sunlight coming through the trees over there and that nice tunnel. I guess we're going to be taking a trip there, but here is the castle and this is the water feature. Please don't drop the phone in. Oh, mercy. So,
skinny fish down there, lad.
Yeah. So give a thumbs up if you're enjoying this walk and talk. Shawneen Thornton, the Dems are in for a beatdown with this election soon. That's if it goes legitimately. I mean, like 2 years in and, we're looking at... Europe is a shit show. Hyperinflation's a shit show. I can't even be asked talking about them, man. We all know it at this stage. Obviously, Brooklyn Dad Defiant doesn't know it. Or Rob Reiner, or Rob Reich, or any of these fucking wankers.
And Bill Gates, man, is up to no good. That was the catchphrase, actually, when I talked to my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend now, and whenever she said something about I don't know, the internet, they're doing something with the computers, blah, blah, and I was like, Bill Gates, man, he's up to no good, and she was, stop it, but then she
started making trouble in the neighborhood.
She started laughing, but I always did it in Maloney's voice, like, Bill Gates, man, he's up to no good, and she's like, why, what does he have against Bill Gates? What's the problem with Bill Gates?
But I don't know him personally.
I was like, I don't know, really, we should ask him. There's something about him being too nice or something.
Nice bit of siege work to be done there.
Yeah.
Couple of boffins over
here.
here.
This place must have been hard to invade.
Nice bit of cannon work.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that we went out and saw some stuff. So you're basically on a little live tour of a place we've never been to before. And,
We're in bed until like 1:20.
and it's nice for me to have someone just to fucking chat to in real life as well, just to you know, bounce the ideas off. And it's not nice of you to make another. I think the last time you were on the stream was in Krakow, your house party that time.
Oh yeah, fucking hell! I haven't dared to like rewatch those streams because I was so steamed and like probably just talking awful shit. But I was sporting that Polish mustache back in those days.
Oh, it was like he
Yeah.
was wearing a mustache like someone's dad in the 70s.
Yeah, that's what people said in Poland. Like, you look like you in a 70s band, like Black Sabbath or something. Oh, my dad had a mustache like that.
Sean
Oh, good
says
days.
the Dems don't understand crime is the issue for this election, not
Dems, like
abortion.
Democrats, right?
The demons.
Oh,
Yeah, so here we go. We're going through this tunnel.
yes.
Nice bit of tunnel work. Have we gone over the bridge yet? Very nice, man. Very nice. Okay, well, so we're coming up to the gangway,
Coming up to the gangway.
the gongweg.
The gangly way.
So here we go. We're going to an old-fashioned castle.
Yes.
Nice little touch. And no better man to have than the history buff
Yeah,
himself.
I wish I could say more about this though, because I call the Kalmar Union of the 1400s.
Here, Liz, come here. Do a bit of chatting, and I'll stick you.
Yeah, I'll do like who's the David Attenborough is like it's into nature, it's not history.
But there's some nature over there. You can. Maybe we could take a walk onto that pier later on as well.
I can't do that good at David Attenborough. You probably do.
You
a
don't
better
need
one.
to, mate. You don't need to. Just tell us about the castle.
Remember the time you were David Attenborough in the Chipper in Galway?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So let's do a walk and talk. Tell us about the castle.
The castle here was built by Vincent Maloney I, King of Connaught. He was a madman for the pints, so he was.
Why are you gay?
Why should someone be gay?
Look at this, man. It's a nice bit of lion work. I like the ribs.
Yeah, that's the national.
And look at the flutes. You can actually see their appendage.
True.
Look at the flute work on that, man.
The lions have.
Flute work.
Yeah, Swedish lions. They have.
It's like doing,
balls.
there we go, there. But I'll show you more details of the. They really do have quite. I mean,
I think that's the national crest of Sweden, like lions and the three crowns.
but like the detail on the satchel.
And I think in the middle, in the very middle of
And,
the
and,
crest.
and the smaller ones have quite large penis and balls as well.
Yeah.
So,
I think
so
the crest is the
sculptor
Vasa.
was really dedicated to the genitals of the lion. Even the smaller lions within the crest, you can actually see their.
If we have any Polish viewers, I can tell that the thing in the middle of the crest there, I think it's the symbol of the Vasa family who had who were like the Vasa who were like the Swedish dynasty, and which had a Polish branch as well, Polish Vasa kings and the Swedish Vasa kings. And I think this castle had a place in a civil war back in the last proper civil war of Sweden with the king Sigmund, who was what?
What's going on here? Oh.
Anyway, he was king of Poland and Sweden at the same time. Because Poland were Catholics and we were Prods, and so there was a civil war broke out about religion, and the Polish king lost his Swedish crown, and he was a Vasa. I think there was a siege during that war. I think there was a siege.
Can we go through this? Is this gate?
This castle.
Are we allowed to go through here?
No.
The way is
Hey,
shut.
Lord of the Rings thing, they're like, guard at the gate. They have a cave troll.
The way is shut. Drums in the deep.
We need
Throw
strong.
yourself in next time and be rid of your
We
stupidity.
need strong woman Galadriel from Rings of Power to open the gate for us. Because we are just like, oh, we're silly little pansy men, and we need strong woman Galadriel with her fingernails on the gauntlet.
Should we go over here?
We should not disturb them.
Daniel the Lizard Man, disturbers of the peace.
Defense walls and defense.
Defense walls.
Vallar isn't actually walls. It's not rather.
Would it remind you of Helm's Deep?
This is Sweden.
Oh yeah.
Beware. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get up, you can fall if you get.
There's a
climb
risk
high.
of falling.
Risk of falling, yeah.
Shit!
You don't say. You can never figure out anything on your own in this country. It's just like.
No, well, you see, the health and safety mob, just to basically objectify themselves or have any, just to distance themselves from any liability, they have to put these things up in case Americans come and sue them for injuries incurred.
It's amazing.
That's very beautiful. Yeah.
Look at the bricklayer. The
Lovely
bricks-
bit of brickwork.
The
there.
brickwork on the main.
Vinnie
tower,
Maloney
yeah.
would. My dad would really admire the brickwork along the
I wonder
corner
when
there.
this was built. It must have been like maybe the 1100s or 1200s.
Oh, at
Pretty old.
least.
Yeah.
You're a strong man, Liz.
Yeah, but I'm not
Check
so
out this
strong-
cannon
I'm not a
work.
strong woman like Galadriel. Is Dave Cullen watching?
Look at that there. That's a nice touch, isn't it? Lovely
is,
touch.
yeah.
Little house there.
Great view of the sunset. You see a freighter ship.
That must be the gatekeeper's house. Look, it's Alex Jones. He's a gatekeeper.
The keeper of gays.
So we'll check out a bit more cannon work.
Yeah.
Pasha Bell's cannon.
These cannons look really worn. I wonder if these are like, if these have been underwater or something. They might be salvaged from a shipwreck out here or
Yeah.
something. Because there's a very famous shipwreck out here as well. Like this a ship the size of Vasa was blown up by the Danes during.
Speaking of
some war.
things that were blown up recently, if I'm not mistaken, the Nord Stream gas line
Oh,
should
no,
be
that's-
over there. but technically, there's not. It's not folly which I speak. It is indeed.
Technically, yes, it would be on the other side of Öland.
Oh, really? It's over there. So your Nord Stream pipeline would be over yonder. And I've just realised that because this is the front camera, everything is backwards. So what are you gonna do? Yeah, kanoner.
Yeah, I told you they have like 7 ones have been salvaged during the early 1900s from the ships Enighet and not the ship I was talking about, but they were salvaged from a ship.
Well, you can read it in English. The cannons on the rampart have not been used there, but were moved from the castle in later times. 7 of them were salvaged in the early 1900s from
What I
the
said.
ships
Enighet.
Enighet and Nickel.
Nickel,
What does
key.
Enighet mean?
Unity.
Unity and
Nickel
the
means
key.
the key. Yeah.
Who capsized near Kalmar during the war in 1679. Who were they warring against?
Denmark, of course.
Oh, of course, yeah, old
what's
enemies.
called the War of Scania.
Okay, Scania.
Yeah, Scania. Denmark tried to retake Scania. It was the bloodiest war in Nordic history. I think there's like the Battle of Lund, like 7,000 dead or something.
Wow.
Yeah, the biggest bloodbath in this country.
2 cannons bear the name Charles XI and come from the old fortification at Knorrö. Knorrö at Varvsholmen.
Yes.
Interesting.
And you just learned the word Holme the other day.
Yes, we were talking about Holm, which what is it again? It's like
a small island. A
small
Holme,
island.
small
But
island.
there's
So
the-
Stockholm is like the small island above the
Do
logs.
you reckon that's a bride, or is it some
Bridie Murphy.
some kind of like creepy older dude taking pictures of a young bird who's got tattoos and
I think it might be some food.
Look at the size of that cannon.
Photo shoot, yeah.
size of that, man. Little wheels and everything on it. Quite right. Imagine like you're on a ship and you get one of these lads blasted at you. Oh, hello.
A lot of people like when you have like a maritime battle or some sort of shipwreck situation. A lot of people got crushed under those because they were like let loose by the ropes.
Well, they were
bursting.
crushed by the cannons.
No, underneath, like because the ship started rolling during explosions or
What, Limp
storms and
Bizkit
shit. And
style?
if they came loose, you were like you're squished underneath here.
Oh. But how do you mean you were squashed? Like you had your feet squashed, or just generally?
I mean, imagine this shit starts rolling backwards, and you're
Yeah.
standing here like, oh.
Oh, right, yeah. What a shit way to go. I mean, there's a lot to be said for health and safety. We don't really know how lucky we are considering the shite that people had to deal with in the old days. I mean, like, imagine you're off to war, and then before you even get to battle, you're just squashed by a big
During
massive
maritime
cannon.
battles, they had like sometimes had
Chain shots.
Sorry, change. Yes, exactly what I was gonna say. How did you know?
Because I wrote
How
about
did you
that in
know?
the Hardy book.
Okay, well, yeah, with two cannonballs tied together with a chain, and they used them to
Destroy the masts and
the
sails.
masts and sails, exactly. But sometimes people still were standing in the way and were cut off.
Well,
cut off in the middle, like.
In the siege of Clonmel and Tipperary, Owen Roe had used chain shots against the Roundheads, and they created a kill corridor or a killing field where they were just blasting chain shots at the guys' legs, cutting them in half. Fucking ooh.
Yeah. That's gotta hurt.
So what's that? That's some sort of grain. Swedish agri, is it?
Bunch of silos and.
Silos needed.
Yeah, the red alert, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Our
man.
base is under attack, Commander. Silos needed.
it's a redoubt.
Unit lost. Unit lost. ion cannon ready. God, I'm a bit of a nerd behind it all, aren't I? Like, do you know what I mean? A bit of a nerdy fucker.
You are.
But I've lived a full life of mad shit
Why
as well.
are you nerd?
So I would consider
Why should
myself
someone be a nerd?
quite balanced in terms of, yes, I enjoy nerdy pursuits, but I'm not fucking 100% behind it, and never really fitted in anywhere. Do you know what I mean? It was always a bit of a...
I don't even feel hungover anymore.
Oh, you don't feel hungover anymore?
No, it's gone.
Yeah, you were walking in a zigzag formation there before going to bed last night, and I wouldn't mind you. You kept it together until the place closed, which was good. But it kind of put the mockers on us going anywhere else.
I worked for the first half of the day, and then just drove for 4.5 hours straight, and dicked around town like 7 laps with the car to find a parking spot. I was fucking wrecked.
And did you pull the plums off yourself then? Did you?
No. But when I sat down at the table, like, and realizing I wasn't getting any dinner because the cunts closed the kitchen, I was like, I told you when you were getting on stage, I was like, I feel wrecked already. Even before the first beer, I was like, so tired now. Like, that's not a good starting point for a session, right?
Yeah, well, I tell you, this time round, we
This
went
time around,
to
I
the
feel
old fucking... We'll be getting a few drinks before I start the fucking gig.
Yeah, it's gonna be, if Mark Mulholland watching now, we're gonna have a proper can gaff.
Yeah, I bought a bottle of port.
We're gonna
I'll
throw,
fucking
we're gonna
use that,
throw
man.
stuff around and shout.
Oh,
Hey!
yeah, man. We'll fucking trash the apartment and have to pay for it later on. Look at this calf.
There's another female person.
Yeah.
Who's top dog in there, you reckon?
Ooh. Don't even know. No
Rock
Gary
age.
Clark.
Not much more
Yeah,
to
it's
see.
fucking... The way is shut. Quinn Hennessy's after you. Irish Newfound nice sound effects. Bad meme. First day at shite new job. Any crack, boys? Well, here's the crack at the moment. Big castle.
What sound effect is he talking about?
Who knows, mate? Probably the silos needed.
Oh, yeah.
Hours of joy playing Command and Conquer Tiberium Sun back in the day, says Alan Est. Oh, mate, Tiberium Sun.
I'm gonna play that actually.
That was even better than the the Tiberium Wars, where it was even more fun because you got to...
Did he have mammoth tanks?
No. Is that
Aw.
Brad's brother?
No.
Tell us some more about your encounters with Stateside.
If Stateside was something in a computer game, he would be a mammoth tank.
So Stateside is talking absolute filth to Philippine women online, right? Some of it I won't utter. It's a bit like Lord of the Rings when he goes, "Those words are written in a language I will not utter here." And he just talks absolutely, he's like, "Say thank you, my master." "Oh yes, my master. We will have good times, sex-wise." "Yes, master." I'm like, and I wrote to him, "That's not how you talk to women, mate."
What
Or anybody.
What happened to his gayness?
Well, I think he's the kind of person where just to double up the odds, he'll do anything. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's my bet too.
Like, it's the time he was asking you to show you pictures of your willy.
Yeah. I have fuckloads of screenshots.
Can
of
you
him,
read
like,
out some of the screen grabs?
Can I do that?
Yeah, come on.
It feels a little, it's not not worthy of the
But I think
nice
it's funny. I
environment.
mean, like, you juxtapose this ancient
It's pub
castle
talk, man. It's pub talk.
with...
Okay, I'll do
go on,
some.
I mean, because, like, it's...
But I only have 5.
Okay, well, that's...
It's funny. I get a notification that you're doing a live stream. Like, oh,
look,
you don't say.
It's got a notification.
All right.
Okay, get ready.
Okay, here. Should I show it?
Go on, read them out,
Statsoid. Would you seriously show me your willy? It's not gay. And I reply, what is it then? I don't know. Show me now. And I'd say it's been seriously gay for the last 10 years. It's not. Show me now.
Well, let's get out of the wind.
And then it's like, and it continues here. I say, I seriously think it is, and that you should get out of the closet now. And he says, I'm not gay. I just like willies. And then I say, and you're not fat, just big boned. And he says, yes, and beautiful. And I say, you're a true queer's delight. Show me now.
Sean says, we've got 0 to Stateside in 3 seconds. Strap on. Stateside to 0. Oh, man.
Actually, I'm feeling a bit sorry now that we didn't get out of bed earlier. Actually paid some entrance fee and get a guided tour or something.
Sure, look, it's, the end of
Can
the
you do a
day.
little David Attenborough? Should I film you, David Attenborough in The Shipper? Can you do a little history? Who's the most famous historical presenter on TV, on British TV, like Irish TV?
Now we have found ourselves in the chipper, and you're holding the camera too far above my head, So it's basically like a disembodied head talking with a very mediocre impression of David Attenborough. I work for the BBC and I'm a shill. Do not listen to anything I say, but you have been nurtured from watching me on TV for years and believe and trust me like I'm some sort of relative. And there are women who I've seen on Twitter going, oh, it's so cozy, Claire. You fucking don't even know what's going on, you.
Well, that escalated quickly.
I've got problems.
Damn, it's lonely heart.
Film me playing pool, Danny.
problems.
Oh, shit, we got less than 10% battery.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, Danny, film me playing pool.
Now we're back at the gay house. Keepers. Yeah.
That's a nice little house, that, isn't it?
This, I wouldn't mind living there. Or, well, I would, because I would be living in Kalmar. But if that house was in Stockholm, it would be...
It seems like quite a nice little town, though, to be fair.
Yeah, in fairness.
You know, there seems like the pace of life here is a bit more, a fair bit more relaxed compared to Stockholm, where it's basically, if you don't pay the rent, 7 people will move in tonight.
We haven't even been there for 24 hours, but still.
No, but like...
You can, that's the first impression. Because first impressions last.
Yeah, it does seem to be quite like more of a, you know, it's a smaller town, which means there's less demand for property and probably
True,
less...
yeah, house prices are lower here. That's true.
Yeah, I remember we see that it was a 200 or like a place going for a million.
Other foreigners.
Yeah,
Wonder what they were from.
probably from Lebanesia.
Lebanesia. Okay, back out through the tunnel. Watch out for cave trolls.
So, did you watch any of the Rings of Power?
Me? No, of course not. I watched Dave Collins' videos where he says it's shite.
You know, I watched it, and
Did you actually?
I enjoyed the. I watched me and Biddy were watching them every Friday night, and then it just ended, and I was like, "What was that? It?
Are showing your kids that shit?
What do you mean? Like, I mean, it's a bit of fucking.
It's
not as bad as like it's not as bad as people are saying. Like, I mean. I was happy enough to watch every week.
It's rape of Tolkien. It's just like
but,
just like that scene in South Park where like Steven Spielberg and George Lucas are raping Indiana Jones. It's like a piss take on the Crystal Skull movie. It's like it's a rape of Tolkien's corpse. That's what it is.
At the end of the day,
Dave Cullen is right, man.
It was watchable. I was shite, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I not just Dave Cullen. I watched plenty. For a while, I was kind of obsessed with the Rings of Power. Just like how bad it was. So I watched like Nerdstalgic channel and.
You've also got to look at a lot of these.
A lot of the channels I can't remember the name
but
of.
a lot of these fucking channels that just take it upon themselves to just shit on other people's work are failed people of the industry, and they've made a career out of just shitting on everything. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if something is shit, mention the shit parts, but if there's also good elements about it, you know, just be even-handed about how you critique something. You know what I mean?
But it's just like the whole. That's the thing is the whole fucking foundation of the show is flawed from the start because it's like.
What do you expect from a fucking studio owned by Jeff Bezos, man?
I expect them to come up with something of their own, not just like because it's big. They think that Tolkien is a franchise. They call it a franchise. It's so disrespectful. It's not fucking McDonald's. I agree with Listen Man, someone said. Good man, whoever you are.
Yeah, I mean, like, my opinion was, like, the bits that like, obviously there was a fair bit of eye rolling for myself while watching it. And even with my daughter, I was like, look at this. And she totally gets it as well. And then on last Saturday night, me and my kids sat and watched Lord of the Rings 1, which I was, you know, I said, yeah, this is real. When you go from watching The Rings of Power and then go back to the Peter Jackson adaptations, you're just like, this is what it's like. If Peter Jackson had got that job of directing and overseeing The Rings of Power, it would have been.
I don't think there should be a ring.
Then The Hobbit was shit. You know what I mean? The film, The Hobbit.
The Hobbit seems it was a way over the top.
Full of fucking daft.
Yeah. The
fake noses. And silly
Legolas running in the air.
It was whack, man. And Stephen Fry does my fucking head in as well. He's another one who everyone thinks the sun shines out of his arse. Stephen Fry, you know, your man from fucking QR, you know.
Guy from Futurama.
Stephen Fry, you know, Stephen. He was the man who's playing the mayor of the town that was desolated by smog.
Oh, Lake Town.
Like,
the Lake Town guy, yeah. But
put me dick up his arse, mate.
Is that Fry from Futurama's father?
No. Look
Now
at
with
this
the rings
ancient
of-
oak tree, man.
Ooh, nice.
Look at the base
That's
of
not-
that. It's like
that's not
it's like the World Cup.
That's not an oak, though.
It's not an oak.
No, look
That's
at the
a beech
leaves.
tree, is
Look
it?
at the leaves. That's I think
Life's a beach.
maybe it's an alm or something.
Watch out for the crabs.
Yeah.
Fill me on the tree, Danny. Fill me on the tree, Danny.
Are you a great climber?
I'm a great climber. I'm a
Stateside
great
quote.
climber. I'm a tough guy Spider-Man.
A great climber.
And
yeah.
a face that was carved by angels.
I mean, the thing with Rings of Power,
Earth
in my opinion, is like it shouldn't be made at all because like there were 3 books. There was an original
What was it,
trilogy,
What was it, Silmarillion?
Silmarillion, but it's not Silmarillion either. It's like what they have the rights for. Amazon bastards. They have the rights to some appendixes, like some. It's not even a book. It's just like they have the
Some
rights.
scribbles.
Yeah, they have rights to some scribbles, and they like.
Couple of doodles in the back of a jota.
Well, do you have this saying in English that you're making a soup, you're cooking a soup out of a nail or something?
Or like
that.
you said yesterday, you're making a chicken out of a feather.
Exactly. Yeah. But anyway, like they're using this really tiny source material they have. They milk it and milk it and milk it and invent like female black dwarves and
They squeeze the sponge.
Yeah, they squeeze the sponge and they invent characters who were never there. Like everything, the whole tone and the whole attitude of it is so anti-Tolkien. It's so like, and the dialogue is apparently shite. And like Galadriel is like a modern feminist superhero, and it's like there's nothing in this original source material that hints that she would be. She's just like this Queen of Lothlorien, and she never led armies into battle or anything. They invent shit. It's like if you like fantasy, write your own story.
Well,
it's like how hard can it be? No one comes up with anything original anymore.
But don't
It's
they
just
also
like-
say it like it has nothing to do with the canon? It's like its own adaptation of.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
horrible. It shouldn't be done. It shouldn't be allowed. It's a rape. And
Well, look, people got paid handsomely to make it. That's not the main thing.
I played Dungeons and Dragons as a kid, so I know everything about this.
Nah, but seriously, what Amazon does is basically what Disney does, or what Disney has been doing to European culture for years and years. A Disneyfication, American vulgarization of like ancient tales. Like when Disney made like The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Come on, I've actually read the original book when I was.
He's read the original book.
Yeah, and
And he went to see the pantomime.
and as classics illustrated. No, but it's a truly fucking tragic story. Everyone dies in the end, and it's horrible, really fucking horrible. It's French, the French Romantic era of the 1800s. Victor Hugo wrote that, and Disney makes a Disney version. I can get the Jungle Book because it's about talking animals and whatnot. It's for kids, yeah, okay. But the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and how can you fucking make that? And then Pocahontas. I mean, what's
But
that? Rape of history. Like this, like they're making a little romantic little fairy tale about what's basically was a genocide.
Yeah, but you know what? Quasimodo predicted all this.
Or was it Nostradamus? Nostromodo,
Quasimodo.
Quasimodus.
But you not think it's strange? The quarterback and the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Now we're quoting something, right?
Sopranos.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, it's
Quasimodo, you stupid fuck.
an old Swedish train.
Wow. Steamboat Willie and the train.
Actually, that's not a regular train. It's it's a really old locomotive. It's some vintage
Wow,
train
yeah,
here.
Show the train, Danny. Show the train.
Vintage locomotive from the 50s.
Baby gone locomotive. Baby gone off the tracks. Baby gone locomotive and she won't be coming back. I know she'll take another look, I'm not to blame.
True story. Funny thing is, we haven't even started drinking yet.
No,
This
not
is
even
how, this is how rowdy and revved up we are already.
Yeah, baby. It's how we do when you know.
It's the
Or you might as well quit, and that's word.
It's the burgers and coffee.
MC Hammer told me that line.
Oh, did he fuck?
Yeah. Let's drink that bottle of port, Danny. Film me drinking the port, Danny.
I will film you drinking port.
What
And
if
you-
we,
I'm gonna-
if there's enough battery time, maybe we can go back to the lair and then just get a bit of a buzz on and continue the crack with the live stream.
show Mark Mulholland what a true can get with it. Looks
Mark
like
Holland, much love to you, baby boy.
Mark Mulholland is a legend.
I think we have a good basis for a two-man. We could just basically film ourselves and walking talks around the country, just
yes.
chatting about cultural shit.
Like Carl Pilkington and Ricky Gervais. But who's who though?
Martin Maloney.
We're jaywalking.
And
Oh,
the
no.
lizard is gay.
Oh no. Who said that? Why should someone be gay? Why are you gay? I'm so obsessed with that clip. I'm sorry. Can't get it out of my head.
I got it out of my mind.
Ooh,
Here's the bus
Sort of
station.
comments, let's have a word, sort of comments. So have
You do this.
you've been- Prison train, says Sean.
Oh, probably, yeah. Vintage prison.
Roshi Mac, loving the mad tangents. Excellent. Big Mike, can you tell Ben Flanagan to stop robbing people's pension? Hey, Ben Flanagan, stop robbing pensions. Who are
Ben
you?
Flanagan?
Fucking Anglo-Irish Bank.
Who's Ben Flanagan?
Tom Beattie.
Is that
You guys are spot on, but I watched it anyway, as did I, and you know, it was entertaining. I got a bit of a, it was something to do on a Friday
I
night.
really thought, I'm surprised. I thought you, of all people, would hate it so much.
Well, you know, listen, man, I'll
because
give
you hate
I'll
modern-
give
you
it a
hate
chance, man.
modern Hollywood? You hate modern Hollywood,
Yeah, I
you
hate
love
modern
Tolkien.
Hollywood. Yeah, I love Tolkien, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, fuck it, man. I'll watch it anyway. And you know, some parts of it felt like I was watching a Hallmark Channel production that had massive budgets.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, you know,
Yeah.
they fucking teased the idea that the Balrog was going to be in it by showing it on the Amazon homepage. That, oh, there's the Balrog. He must be in this next episode. And it's like,
I rather watch the cartoon version of The Hobbit like 10 times in a row than watch a single episode of that shite. And the cartoon version of The Hobbit is quite odd.
Barry
The
Brennan,
elves-
thank you for the. Barry Brennan gives a €5 super chat. For services rendered, a pleasure, Barry. Thank you very much, sir. Look, it's Saruman's castle again. Ooh.
Taking the Hobbits twice in God. Taking the
Oh,
Hobbits twice in God.
You know what they found? The dwarves were greedy and they dug too deep. Flame and shadow.
The dwarves were all black and female.
Hey, stop.
That's what Tolkien intended from the start. We just didn't know that earlier.
You're going to besmirch my channel and get me cancelled for harbouring someone that has mentioned the word black dwarfs.
You know, 15 years ago, black dwarves...
Ed O'Neill, look, Ed O'Neill's in the mix, man.
Hey! Bogger
Howdy,
Mustang.
partner. What's going on?
Bogger Mustang power.
Ed O'Neill has been getting his satchel massaged by a hot Czech woman of late. Keep up the good work, Ed. I'm proud of you, baby
Ed
boy.
O'Neill might agree with me that black dwarves, like if you said that 15 years ago, people would have thought it was an action rock band.
Yeah.
Helicopters supported by black dwarves. Tonight in Debaser.
Yeah. People on bikes, just living it up, not giving a fuck, living life in the moderate lane.
Actually, we came this way, so we should walk the other way.
We can walk this way. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, absolutely. So it'd be great if we could get this. Yeah, take the pedestrian lane, mate.
So athletic.
Such athletic agility. I've never seen anything like it. America is on its way out. American is on its way out. It's been on the way out for a good while, Ed. I think since you left in the early 90s. Tom Beattie, you've got to accept it's its own thing in it. I grew up reading Tolkien, and I've never been fully satisfied by adaptations. Phil Dragish audiobooks are good. Now, any
Why are you gay?
Phil Dragish audiobooks about Lord of the Rings?
Audiobooks.
Yeah, about Lord
You
of the
look
Rings.
like a guy that's into audiobooks. Actually, when I was a kid, the audiobooks did not exist. I read the original as in text with paper and letters. No, but I can listen to audiobooks and like on the Swedish radio.
Tom said, "Who said I'm gay?"
You are gay.
Why? What does he says? Why would anyone? What does he says?
He starts like, "Why are you gay?" And the
What an opener.
And the transgender says, "Who says I'm gay?" And he just like then he goes like syntax error, and it's like, "Wait, you are gay." It's like the whole like foundation for the interview is that transgender is gay, and he doesn't really know what it is. But it's like when she says, "Who says I'm gay?" It's like he's like, "But this interview was supposed to be about gayness," so he has to like set her straight.
But you kind of
her straight, whatever.
But
And it's like,
you feel sorry for the person who is under interview, because it's like from the opening line, it's just straight up, "Why are you gay?" And it's like, God, talk about getting straight into the fucking heart of the issue.
Yeah, but things get really out of hand with that hysterical fucking. What is he like? He's a pastor of some sort of a church, some
Yeah.
sort of weird hysterical prod church in Uganda. And when he comes in and shouting, when he comes in with the cucumbers and just waving them, oh my god!
So this is also part of the franchise O'Leary's, which is basket, shuffleboard, Boston Town.
This is the
It's
rings.
fucking
this is the
Boston
rings of-
town.
This is the Rings of Power of pubs. It's a fucking franchise. That's what they want to do to Tolkien. Turn it into a fucking
This
O'Leary's.
this is the Rings of Power, the pub. I mean, every city
look now
has
for
a
Romeo
few
and
of
Julia.
them. An Alfa Romeo Giulia. Is this the 500
No,
horsepower
it's
one?
the Veloce. It only has 200 horsepower.
200 horsepower.
But it's the right color though.
Well, what's the name of that absolute beast that has like
The Quadrifoglio.
quadrifoglio?
Yeah, the four-leaf
But it's
cover.
also a
Veloce is a lighter, it's a less powerful version. But,
But
the
that other
510 horsepower is it's a Ferrari engineered engine, and it's like
it's a Ferrari engine in it.
Ferrari engineered. I think
engineered.
Yeah, Maserati slash Ferrari work.
All right.
So they're all owned by Fiat somehow,
Yeah.
or Stellantis it's called now. Fiat cry. Oh, what do? No fucking more.
Look, this place is called Stars and Stripes. It's called Steakhouse.
Is this where Cowboy Lavin goes?
Cowboy Lavin would love this. We're doing a gig in fucking Stars and Stripes.
Just bring Cowboy.
So this was the square we were at yesterday, and that place was just full of like
I was a bit drunk- I
shite
was a bit
dance
drunk.
music. This is down this street. You were walking like like the pattern of a rattlesnake's back.
I was so fucking tired I could like sleep right in the street. Jesus, man. Le croissant. This is where
croissant.
French toast.
Should we take a walk down this street? Oh, well, there's not really an awful lot going on there, is there really?
I don't know, but if we walk down here, we come back to the. Maybe we should film inside the pub.
Yeah, I'll
Show
show
them where you're playing.
I'll show you the pub where I'm playing, just out of curiosity.
I
mean-
guess that's the name of that.
I'm actually owed a dinner later on, but we went to this place called Shady Burgers, which is down there, and I had maybe 12 chicken wings and a double patty chili beef
And he fell in
burger.
love with the waitress.
Oh, she was a really nice girl.
She was a kite surfer.
No, but I mean, there was no like, I wasn't sexually attracted to the
I
woman,
never
but
heard-
on a cerebral and personal level, I was like, she's a really cool woman. Check out these
Are you
pumpkins.
not? Are you not Harvey?
Look at these lads, man. They've got really cheeky faces. Look at the faces on those lads. I scared for him. Look at that. It's fucking Chad Kroger's. Fucking. It's been a while. Wish I could catch your gig tonight, Martin. Best of luck. Bit of crack. Absolutely, Alan. Absolutely, mate. Sean Thornton says, was that scene in Superbad where the kid got caught drawing willies in school based on a true stateside story? So I'm playing in this place later on. It's called McCool's, but it's not an Irish place. It's more like a themed pub. So and I've noticed they have the same sound or the same
It's the next
playlist,
franchise.
the same playlist playing "Shipping Up to Boston." Oh, red rose tattoo, rose tattoo.
I think I heard the same songs both 2 and 3 times yesterday. So
And
they have a playlist on repeat when you're not on
Yeah,
stage.
and when I walked in there, so here it is, look, McCool's. And in the corner over there, I'll be playing. So,
Should we go inside,
I
or-
mean, like, this is what my life has turned into, having to play gaffs like that. But the thing is, look, it's a fucking subsidised holiday at the end of the day. You know, it's an excuse to
Yeah.
go and see somewhere that I haven't been before
And I
and
consider-
hang out with the lizard man on a road trip.
Yeah, and I consider myself like a temporary tour manager, which is
Exactly.
kind of
Otherwise,
fun to get out of me. I also get to get out of town for a weekend.
after the taxes paid and the fuel and the food and the price was being down here, it's pretty much fucking. I won't be all the
Breaking
money
even.
up. Yeah, I'll be breaking even.
Even Steven.
And with all the, but you know what? Isn't it nice to fucking come away and do something different?
Which Irish town does this
How you doing?
remind
Nice to
you
see you.
of? Which Irish town does this remind you of?
Galway.
Galway, man, Galway. That's true.
Castle
With the
Bar.
sea and everything. That's a bit.
Look at that, man. Oh, there's an Indian. Oh, wait, is this an all-you-can-eat Indian restaurant? Oh, check out the food in there, man.
Welcome.
Oh, man. Bit of Thai food. And if it's a Thai buffet, ooh. Look, it's Ming Palace. They have a Ming Palace in Kalmar too.
Yeah, that might be also a franchise, probably.
Yeah.
Hence Rings of Power.
Kalmar
Again,
Sund
the Ming
Hotel.
Palace chain.
So here we go. Zorba's must be a Grecian restaurant. I guarantee we'll check and see if Zorba's is a Greek restaurant. I would say it is.
Crack you and Louis
Me and Louis Fitzpatrick, Patrick Fitzlouis. There used to be a place called Zorba's on Harbin Street in Liverpool. There we go. Look, Greek-Italian restaurant. I was right, man. So you got Ming Palace and Zorba's. Zorba sounds like some sort of like effervescent tablet you drink in the morning after a hard night on the cobbles. Oh, look at that lad there. His name's Billy Bragg and the Swanson Boys. Are you enjoying this little wander around Kalmar, Liz?
I am. Indeed.
Tell the viewers about your musical career of old, where the name Liz came from.
Well, that escalated quickly. from like this little normal walk around, talk around town to me bragging about. Well, Liz was in very short version. Liz was a stage name for. Then when I was a singer of a sleaze rock band, so it was like if Alice Cooper can have a woman's name, so can I.
Oh well,
But Liz was short for Lizard, not for Elizabeth, which is mother's mom.
But didn't you base
mother's mom, Martin's mother thought, "Who are you, Elizabeth?" I was like,
Did look Shady Burgers, man? Oh fucking tired up here now.
Full name was Lascivious, and no Swedish person ever understood what lascivious meant, or how it
Lascivious.
was spelled, or how it was pronounced.
Did you take the title from the mugshot of
Jim Morrison? Yes.
for lewd and lascivious behaviour?
Yes, quite right. I have a poster of that actually.
Was that at New Haven, wasn't it?
Blood on the streets in the town of New Haven.
Last night's
There might be a tin. We might open tins in front of us live stream. And Mark Mulholland will go, ho ho, I will have some of that as well. Mark Mulholland, if you're watching, you better open your fucking Bulmers in your gaff now, and then head out to Gavigan and throw the empty can in his face. No, sorry, Gavigan. It's just like, you can throw it on the floor and you can punch him in the stomach as punishment.
what's Gavigan's?
As usual. Gavigan, you're a sound skin. I've been quoting you all this trip.
So Chris Gavigan, the henchman. Peace up, baby boy. One of the things that I always use if my kids are nervous or something, and I'm just like,
Give him a Gavigan slap.
what would Gavigan say? It'd be fucking sound, man.
Yeah.
And usually things are fucking sound. So for all you viewers to get some bit of solace from this live stream, the one takeaway message of all of the things that we've discussed here are remember the words of Gavigan in times of stress.
And
Fucking sound, man.
respect J.R.R. Tolkien's work.
Ooh, spicy. So we'll go into
And be careful when at war with Denmark, because you might get a chain bullet. What is it?
chain shot.
Chain shot across your stomach. Ooh, the can gaff awaits us, and we have no name on the door for the anonymous lads.
It's 5:30. So we'll turn on the old. Now the thing is, I've got to get this phone charged because we're nearly out of battery. Interested to see how much battery we had. 2% battery left. So I guess maybe we could do another little touch. But for now, we will say adieu. And I'm glad that we managed to get a live stream. 2 live streams in 2 days. This was more of a dynamic, fun one, and I think maybe that could be a nice recipe for future streams.
I should promote this band that I brought. I went to see them in Kristianstad last weekend. The Australian action rock band, absolutely savage. The Casanovas from Australia.
Yeah, they're brilliant actually. We listened to it on the way down, and Reptilian Overlords is the name.
You posted that on Twitter, didn't you?
Instagram.
Instawank.
Yeah. Anyway, talk to you later on, everyone. We might get another touch.
Stay in school.
Fucking kill you. Are you sleeping together? No, thank God. He's even made his little bed for himself.
Why should someone be gay? Why should someone be gay?
So he's, but I heard he was in there pulling the plums off himself, and he was going, ah, in the middle of the night. And
I think the psychological term here is projecting.
yeah, not like an old wank before going to bed. Anyway, I'll talk to you later on. Good luck and bless everybody. Peace up, A-Town down. Talk to you later on. Good luck. Hit that thumbs up quick. Please. Please hit the thumbs up. Doesn't make any difference, but you fucking do it anyway. Please. Please hit the fucking thumbs up, you cunts. Anyway, I'll talk to you later on. Going on the fucking port now, hey.
Tom Cruise is
Talk
gay.
to you soon.